At si KSA tapos. KSA gets the 4K. KNP. Yobeb with that spray down. Oh! And here comes KSA.
Will be the peak of Crossfire Philippines Valley.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Natapos tayo sa ating unang serye kung saan naglaban ang NVN as well as ang Gaon. Pero ngayon, seryoso naman tayo. EVOS and Vanguard for our second series for tonight. Tatum, anong masasabi natin dito?
It's gonna be an exciting one for sure, no? Albeit in the group stage, it doesn't necessarily reflect on a lot, no? Kahit sino manalo dito, it won't necessarily change the standings. At least for EVOS, that's the case, no? For Vanguard, pretty much, pwede pa rin sila, well, not necessarily bringing any bearing para dito, no? So, it is going to be a battle of testing grounds para dito sa parehong teams natin, no? For EVOS, a chance to maybe experiment on some strategies, and para sa Vanguard naman, a chance to test their metal up against, you know, one of the country's best. And tingnan natin, no, baka mag-experiment dito in terms of map pool ang either team natin, which is gonna bode for an exciting best of 3 watch.
Yeah, pwede, no? I feel like this is gonna be more of a progress assessment para din dito, no? For Vanguard, especially na they started off the week battling it out against Team Stallions with a 0-2, no? Natalo sila dito. But right now, with the EVOS entering the fray, which is arguably somewhat of a high stakes in terms of power and as well as experience na meron sila dito to Stallions. I feel like it's a good comparison, no? Kung paano sila nagsimula, paano sila nagtapos, what happened, how did they improve, or did they improve, or something like that, and we'll definitely know more of about that later on.
Absolutely. It should be definitely used as kind of like a broadcasted scrimmage match, no, that has siyempre, that has the implications of the practice that's going underway para sa playoff, siyempre, for EVOS. But let's talk about them a little bit muna dito, Moch. You know, coming off of the group stage, definitely performing really well, no? Only dropping a single matchup so far, at yun na nga, it's up against the number 1 in the standings. That is Team Stallions. But man, who are we kidding? This is EVOS we're talking about. Oh, at tinan mo naman yung mga mukha nila. Ready for murder, lalo na si KSA.
Ready for murder is an accurate description of what their aura seems to be in every single fight that they dive into. Most importantly, when it comes to these team stats, kitang-kita naman well distributed amongst the rest here. But definitely, when it comes to like that prowess na kayang mag-uplift ng isang buong kampo, si Cetra ang una mong maiisip dito.
Absolutely. I mean, Zetra touted by time and time again as currently the best in terms of firepower in the whole country. No, I mean, in the sniping department, at least, he's definitely among the top ranks. To say the least, Yobi bang susunod dito in terms of the rankings of KD and KR, as of course, you know, he's touted as the Dark Prince nga dito by our very own Sneaky Frog. Belated happy birthday nga pala, no? But
happy
yes,
birthday!
EVOS definitely is among the hierarchy as one of the top the country has ever produced. At ito na nga yung data nila all throughout the group stage. Particularly clean. Apart from that one smudge that is Team Stallions.
Kaya sarap tignan ng mga dilaw, no? Kasi dire-diretso. And so diyang nagkaroon lang sila quite a bit of a stumble starting off this group stage against Team Stallions. Pero with that being said, they are bound to make this a semi-perfect, no? Almost perfect run if ever, no? Lalo na Vanguard ang kanilang laban dito, and it seems like they've been super vocal when it comes to stating na they really want to offer that repeat and they want to be champions again, representing Philippines again, especially once they go to Chengdu, China. So yeah, with that being said, no, we've been able to lay down din lahat ng mga wows natin on what happens in every single highlight din na pinagkakaroon nandito nila Yobe, nila Seta, nila KSA, and the bunch. It's been super great in our perspective. Then how they were able to perform is always up to perfection.
Yes, absolutely, no. And that's what you always strive for, no. Yeah, syempre, sino ba namang hindi mo gusto magka-3-peat? Sino ba namang hindi gusto mag-represent sa Pilipinas in the international stage? Pero I believe, Mochi, may ready tayong kausapin dito na player from EVOS.
Yes, it is no other than Boss Elvin from EVOS.
Yan.
Ayan, kamusta naman, Boss Elvin?
Okay naman po. Chill lang.
Ay, chill lang sila dito.
Alright. Boss Elvin, first off, may tanong lang ako, no? Isa lang to, madalian lang. Alam naman natin itong game na to up against Vanguard, wala nang bearing sa standings, no? So, ang tanong ko lang sa'yo, Boss Elvin, iisihan nyo ba ang larong to? Chill lang ba tayo sa ating Crossfire Games?
Chill pa din. Wala namang
Chill pa din?
bagong
sino?
ilalabas.
Alright. Do you think, Elvin, this is gonna be a 2-0 in favor for you o 2-1?
2-1 siguro. Malakas din naman sila eh.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Giving respects to Vanguard, I like it. Boss Elvin, kung may gusto ko i-shoutout, gusto kong pasalamatan or message na ilatag, now is the chance. The floor is yours.
May gusto lang sana akong i-message sa makakatapat namin sa semis.
Ito na.
Ayan na.
Ngayon.
Sige po.
Lahat ng pagod, puyat, sakripisyo, lahat yun mababaliwala.
Aray ko, Mochi. Ramdam ko yun.
Hapde!
Okay.
Grabe, sobrang seryoso din ni Boss
Fierce
Elvin.
words
ang
para
aura.
dito kay Elvin. I
Oh,
mean,
sige.
alright. That will let you go, Elvin. Maraming
Sige po, good
salamat sa pagpapa-unlock sa interview. Good luck sa laban nyo and sa playoffs.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Grabe, no? Grabe. Ako yung sinabihan nun, tumagos na yun, no? Alam mo yun,
Ano din pati, no?
nakakatakot yung message.
Mochi, did you see his face ice cold? Walang kahit
Ice
anong emosyon na
cold.
pinakita dito si Bossing.
Nakafocus lang siya sa
Nakakatakot
goal, no? Grabe, ang tindi nung kaliwa nung binitawan niya yung mga messages na yan. Or not to mention the chaos and the fun na nangyari nung podcast niyo nung Friday na comment. And I feel like this adding up to that, no? Parang nagsistuck na yung mga nangyayari natin dito when it comes to EVOS. Pero, that being said, pag-usapan naman natin ngayon si Vanguard. Kasi Vanguard, they started this off pretty strong, no? Especially with the guidance of Buko na laging bunot ni ZYK, no? Sa pagbe-Beyblade niya. But, with that being said, I feel like they deserve their flowers, especially yung mga recent integrations nila dito like VOS, SDRL, or formerly DAGs, no? The dating 6-man. So, what do you have to say with Vanguard, Dito?
I mean, for sure, this is a talented bunch, no? I mean, you know nga, with the new players coming in, si Wooz has made quite impactful showing dito sa kanyang unang iteration ng pagsali sa regional finals. Yun, the boys looking good, looking ready. And as you said, no, this is a team that has that macro prowess din naman with the guidance of the coach that is Buko. And kita mo naman yung respeto na binibigay sa kanila ng EVOS pa rin, no? Despite the fact that Vanguard has had this season a little bit rough. This is still a very formidable team. Yeah, you can never count out as well, especially with the brain power na meron si Tets dito.
Yes, exactly, no? Minsan kasi mapapaisip ka na, parang sobrang tindi naman magbasa ni Tetsu, no? They were able to set themselves grounds for victory at certain times. It's just that medyo na-overwhelm siguro sila mid-run here in the group stage, which we will have a glimpse of what just transpired, no? Or like a showcase kung ano yung pinagdaanan nila dito sa ating group stage sa regional final so far. Although it is also worthy mentioning din, no, na itong si MZ, kahit nasabihin mo na yung KD niya dito is not that high, I feel like MZ definitely deserve a shoutout kasi merong mga plays dito na talagang magugulat ka na lang na, si MZ pala yun. Kumbaga.
Absolutely. Vanguard, still a very heavy firepower team dito. No? Take a look at the data. At yun na nga, they've had a bit of a rough season
Yeah.
in the regional finals, only winning against NV Gaming. But they have come close up against the top dogs dito. Execration, they were able to push to set number 3. Tapos kahapon yung laban nila up against MATTJESS could have been the big decider for Pacific and Vanguard. Pero kung nanalo sana sila against MATTJESS, but it was MATTJESS that triumphed.
Yes, exactly. Kaya naman, matutunghayan din natin dito nung mangyayari later on kung magkakaroon sila ng magandang advantage, especially with the substitute, no? Out na si MZ ngayon, si Kid from Hell naman ang papalit, magpapanumbalik, no? Ang initial roster na meron tayo dito for Vanguard when we're just starting out dito for group stage.
Yeah, Kid from Hell gonna be an interesting addition up against EVOS Orsilia, no? I mean, this guy loves playing heavy contact. Lots grabe yung firepower na ambag dito ng Kid from Hell. So I'm gonna be excited to see just how he fares up against some of the country's best. And I hope he's able to stand up to the beans.
Of course. And I believe we are gonna have a very brief and short interview as well, no? At kakausapin natin the one and only team captain himself, Tetsu. Kamusta ka naman?
Okay lang po.
Gusto ko yan.
Alright, Boss Tets, kita ko maganda vibes natin today. Ang tanong ko dito, for the future, for next year of Vanguard, may mga plano na ba ang Vanguard for next year? At kung ano yung direction na tatahakin ng Vanguard for next year Crossfire?
Wala naman kami napag-uusapan. Pero siguro sa ngayon, after this season, muna kami. Pahinga muna agad. Focus sa ibang bagay.
Alright.
Priorities din, kumbaga. Pero this time, Tetsu, sa laban nyo for EVOS, meron ba kayong gustong makuha out of the series? Like any learnings, some sort?
Wala naman siguro. Enjoy na lang din namin yung game namin.
Okay.
Alright,
More
we
of an
love to hear
enjoyment.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Boss Tets, kung may gusto kayo shoutout, gusto kong sabihin na message, now is the chance.
Kagayin ko lang si Elvin. May gusto lang ako sabihin sa mga kasama naming laglag.
Kaloka!
Lahat ng pagod, puyat at practice, lahat yan mababaliwala. Kasi laglag na tayo.
Solid ka, Boss Tets. Maraming salamat. Good luck sa laban nyo mamaya.
Well, buti hindi halata sa mukha ko, nangangamatis ako, pero natawa ako doon. Pero ito nga ang ating head-to-head dito, no, sa laban na ito. Kung saan makikita natin na here for EVOS, it is no other than Cetra. I feel like that's already a dead giveaway, no? With a 1.61 ranking. First sa ating KD is just insane, to say the least. Was the 14, 1.05 or 14th place natin dito for KD. And when it comes to like their headshot per kill, not much. Pero what matters here is they get the job done.
Absolutely, no. I mean, for sure, Woods is one of the most exciting talents to make waves dito sa regional finals natin, no? But it is without a doubt that he is fighting above his weight class dito against Zetra. So I will be excited as well in the same way na makikita natin si Kid from Hell go up against some of the country's best. I'm excited to see how Woods fares up against Zetra. And of course, for the rest of the EVOS Arcelia squad dito, no? So parang sabi nga ni Boss Tets, enjoy nila to and just play the game.
Yes, exactly. Tawa pa rin ako dun kay Tetsu. Ang lakas din pala ng trip niya, no? Parang wala sila dito sa Vanguard, ang lalakas ng trip. Pero, I believe magtatawag na tayo dito ng rest back, no? Mga tropa natin dito, Bipolar and Sneaky Frog. Ayan, let us ask them their insights. Ang ganda. Gumaganon-ganon pa tong isa, oh. Anong insights natin dito sa series natin, Bipolar?
Nag-ayos lang naman ako ng earphones pero mukhang pero nonetheless, alam nyo, last matchup of the day and last match of the group stage, it's gonna be fun. Plus, I'm finally seeing one of my favorite players ever since I went into Crossfire, Kid from Hell. So masaya ako na I'm gonna be casting once again for EVOS also. So it's gonna be a fun match, Moji.
Yes, indeed. Sneaky Frog, how about you?
I think the later sked kinda helped itong si Frando actually make it to the match this time, which I'm very happy about. So, ayun nga, I'm very excited para sa series na to. Obviously, as someone who supported Vanguard, no, for the longest time. Yun nga, no, this is one of the years where, you know, it does kind of suck to be 1-5 or possibly 2-5 in terms of the record dito. But still, ayun nga, litmus test para sa kanila. How far can they go with this roster, especially, you know, with the team that is as good as EVOS?
Ay, yun nga, no? Parang yun nga din yung na pag-usapan namin ni Dadong kanina. Kasi biro mo, nag-start sila dito with Stallions 2-0. And then talagang nahirapan sila dun. Kasi I believe na ang naging mapa nila noon at the time is just Black Widow and Subway. Sobrang fast-paced. Pero wait lang, matigil muna ang ating usapan. Check muna natin ang ating featured comment from this broadcast. Ito na naman tayo. Ilayos ka to. Pag tinalo ng VJ yung EVOS, meron silang 10 palakpak. Magko-contribute kami dyan, Boss Dice Katol. Nung masasabi nyo dyan, Dedom.
Alam mo, natutuwa ako sa mga comments natin today. Lalo na yung kay Nice Katol. At special shoutout para kay Boss ZYK, si Aljon. Yung mga kina-comment niya dito. Peak entertainment talaga dito no? Pero isa pa to, si Nice Katol, sumasali na rin sa ating comment section wars. Syempre, pag tinalo ng VG yung EVOS, meron silang 10 palakpak. I mean, if mangyari yun, I'd be hyped up.
Yeah. A lot of wows, no? Maraming magugulat dyan for sure. Bipolar.
Ito lang, may main reason na ang VG para manalo, para mapalakpakan ni Nice Katol dito on our stream today. Pero if mangyari nga yun, you know what, EVOS, I think they don't really it's hard to say na don't really care that much, pero they're not really gonna be affected that much in terms of playoffs. So, you know, it's just gonna be a fun match at the end of the day. Pero VG, si Tetsu is in good vibes, so I think it's possible naman.
Exactly. Sneak.
Yeah, feeling ko that would be, I guess, a nice addition, a nice bonus siguro to the, you know, possible $500 na makukuha nila from, you know, placing possibly second to last dito, pare. So, ayun nga, bit of applause galing kay Nice Katol.
Kanina pa ka mo na-feature. Boss Aris, kanina pa na-feature yung comment mo dito. Kota ka na. Pero thank you din sa comments natin. And let us check out ano nga ba ang mga mapang paglalaruan ng EVOS and Vanguard this time around as our last match in this group stage. Ayan na, nagdadasal na si Boy Polar kung nasaan ng sub-base. It's gonna be our second map. Ang una natin is gonna be Black Widow, and last but not the least, New Mexico! Okay?
Let's go!
Do you know any thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I think perfect yung analogy natin. It is a litmus test this time for EVOS as well, trying against one of the more brainy teams here in Subbase sa pagpili nila doon. But New Mexico, I don't know what to make of this, Polar.
I don't know. I also don't know what to take. Kasi sinerch ko yung litmus test kung ano talaga. so medyo buti na lang binato mo agad sa akin, no, Daydom. So maraming salamat sa iyo. Pero look nga, I was actually excited for Subbase, not because, you know, marunong naman dito yung EVOS and as well as yung Vanguard. I just want a newer map for these two teams. Tsaka masaya yung paglaro natin Black Widow, Subbase, this New Mexico. This kind of map, Vito, we don't necessarily see it that often.
Yeah, and all I can say is all throughout dito sa tatlong mapa, it is bound to be all out chaos and destruction. Puro kaguluhan. What do you think, Sneaky Frog?
Very interesting yung first two maps natin. Obviously, Vanguard very good sa mapa na yun, but also EVOS quite the Black Widow team as well. Subbase is the biggest surprise granted EVOS. Yun nga, no, they also have that hidden subbase prepared, no, just in case they do have to you know, play the map up against itong Stallions. But yun nga, no, Vanguard, they might have the best shot dito sa second map. Third map, bit of a mystery. Not gonna lie. Not much information dito sa New Mexico, no, whether it is, you know, still BL or GR-sided. Most say GR-sided still. Yeah. Pero yun nga, no, feeling ko it's really gonna end or begin dito sa first two maps lang natin, honestly.
Alright. Thank you so much for your insights. And with that being said, ito na ang ating predictions for this last series natin. Ako na mauuna 2-1 in favor for EVOS. How about you, Daydum?
Yeah, I feel like even with the map Vito being Subbase yung second mapa natin, I still think EVOS are gonna come through with a 2-0 EVOS. Papaisip.
Ano ba? Ingatan ko sa pangalan ko eh. I mean, ayoko kasi na sabi nila chill lang. Ayoko kasi ng chill mochi daydom by sneaky. Ayoko ng side quest lang ba to ng mga players. No! I'm gonna go 2-0 in favor of Vanguard sa labanan na to.
Yun.
Huwag niyo ako
Alright.
targetin! Hindi. Ito,
Alright.
may reasoning. I know EVOS can possibly just 2-0 this all throughout. Tapos pwede pang 10-0, 10-0 in favor of EVOS. But I want to have fun. Gusto ko umabot tayo ng Mexico. Pero gusto ko din makita yung 2-0 ng Vanguard dito. Para mapalakpakan naman nice katol yung team na to.
Okay.
Taga Manila ka pa naman, bipolar. I would actually go
Oo, yari ka.
2-0. 2-0 para sa akin dito sa EVOS. And I feel like, ayun nga, granted, I do love Vanguard, man. Don't get me wrong. I have the jersey. I've been in the clan, the longest out of lahat ng mga casters dito. So, I feel like, ayun nga, this is gonna be a test. But I feel like it's gonna be a test that's too much para sa kanila dito.
Ooh, that's
Litmus test.
ano yun, medyo mahapdi yun, no? Sinabi ni Sneaky Frog yun, litmus test natin. Pero yun na nga, no? Na ilapag na natin dyan ang kailangan nating ilapag here for our series in EVOS and as well as Vanguard at kitang-kita naman kung gaano nakangiti ito si Bipolar at kung gaano siya namumula at ako kanina. Pero with that being said, tuloy-tuloy ang gulo dito. Sneaky Frog at Bipolar, saluhin na ninyo.
Ay, na nga, nasalo ko na nga sa Zero Frag yung ating labanan dito. Again, hindi po ako wag niyo po ako targetin EVOS sa disclaimer here. Gusto ko lang po ng magandang laban. And
Bibilangan
that's what
ka
we
na,
want at the end of the day, no? Content kung content. But nonetheless, last match natin dito, Sneaky Frog, Black Widow is gonna be our first map. EVOS versus Vanguard. In a, kung nasa stadium tayo ngayon, nasa VIP na ang basically, ang EVOS natin dito, standing pa nga eh. Pero Vanguard, they're kind of up there sa Gen Ad pa. So malayo pa ang gap ng dalawang teams na to. But nonetheless, any thoughts sa ating matchup for today, Steve?
It's not as far-fetched as ayun nga, some people would like to think. Ayun nga, feeling ko it's more lower box para dito sa Vanguard actually. Kasi, not gonna lie, yun nga, Black Widow, plenty of experience dun sa map na yun para sa kanila dito. Second map sub-base, obviously one of the few teams from Manila that can play itong sub-base very, very well. Pero nasa loob pa rin ng usapan dito yung EVOS, no? EVOS still, a very good team dito sa first map. They're gonna be, very tough, especially pagdating dito sa first half, no? And their GR side is not gonna get a whole lot easier para dito sa Vanguard. And feeling ko, yun nga, no, pagdating dito sa sub-base, if Vanguard cannot get a great start pagdating sa kanilang PL side, then I fear na they might drown dito sa series na to, pare.
Yun na nga. And speaking about that, feeling ko talaga there's a possibility of 10-0. I'm not botching Vanguard dito, pero there's a possibility of just 10-0.
We're going to predict it 2-0.
Hindi, kasi you have to be realistic. Gusto ko buti lang naka-bulletproof leather jacket ako ngayon, Sneaky. Kasi parang delikado yung mga pinagbabangkit ko dito. But nonetheless, again, EVOS Arc, they can possibly just do some intense things here against Vanguard. Pero I'm just so happy that one of the players that I've been eyeing ever since the start of Crossfire is here right now. First time ko ata makakastikid from Herald. So ngayon, let's see kung kaya nga pala makakuha ng first blood. Yes, they can. As SD Herald starts off the round by killing off Elvin. Yung nagsasalita kanina na very much serious. Ngayon, medyo tahimik daw muna. Keller with a trade-off though dito kay SDRL.
Yeah, 4 versus 4 so far. Keller trying to get si Woos off of that stage position. And Woos gonna be a very important pick-off, no? Para dito sa EVOS, especially he's been the man with the most impact dito sa Vanguard, especially on that sniper. But Tetsu also rocking the sniper as well. Actually, pati si Dracifer, so a triple sniper setup. And EVOS still waiting around dito sa mapa natin.
They're still waiting. I mean, this is how EVOS plays, no? In any kind of map, they play it slow, but they play it methodically. Trying to go for angles that you don't necessarily see. VG here still in mid. This one player is gonna be Woos Pangao of all people. So, very disgusting play mula dito sa EVOS as they take care of that player. Ngayon lang natin siya nakita nakakuha ng M4A1. So, that is gonna be a bad time for VG. Nauubos sila ng sunod-sunod, not even able to get some trade-offs. Pero nga lang si Dracifer will be here to be eaten up by Yobib. The Dark Prince enters with his 2 kills.
Grabe, and yun talaga yung magiging labanan natin dito, no, Bipolar. That solid mid-rounding para dito sa EVOS at sa VG, and it's just basically a chess match between yung dalawang IGLs natin. So Tetsu and Kel are gonna have to be doing the plenty of thinking papasok ng game natin. Pero speaking of KLR, first one down para sa kanyang team. Elvin will get a quick trade dito kay Kid from Hell. Pero Zetra around the corner will get Woos. Full A control nasa kamay dito ng EVOS.
This is just fast take now, no? Medyo nag-change tayo ng tempo dito. The rhythm is very much different, but still it's a 3v2 kung saan sobrang confident dito gumalaw ng EVOS despite them being a man down. And it looks like SDRL makes it 2 people to get taken care of. Yobib out of the picture. Cetra, he is the man to make a difference. One shot into Tetsu's brain. And SDRL, nakita na nga, Cetra still has a smoke. Decides not to use it. Goes for the pick! And Cetra makes it simple 2-0. Vanguard now is nothing.
Grabe, SDRL. He got his ankles broken dito sa train, pare. Obviously, can stand on the spikes para di mo kita yung paa. But that second jump really did not reveal his feet at all. Kaya naging confused on yung last Vanguard player. Woos will get Elvin on the first pick. VG starting to heat up dito sa laruan natin. Finally, 2 picks that they're looking for. Yobib and Elvin already out of the picture. VG wanting to push the defense forward, pero nandito si KLR sa mid. Will not find anyone. VG finally with a swift reply.
But man, I think the odds are still in the favor of Cetra dito, no? 1v5 that I think he can possibly win, but it's still 5 players and Cetra gets overwhelmed. SDRL claims his 5 kills here in mere 3 rounds. Pero man, ang ganda ng ginagawa dito ng EVOS, able to get through the defense every time. Yes, natalo sa round na yon. It was just that VG were able to get on top of them. Triple TRG setup, KLR close by. And now KSA also, here on Catwalk, might spot out SDRL, instant shot, KSL kills him off. Easy lang yan para sa kanya. Tracy Fur peeks out with the pistol pa. Of all things, Kid from Hell whips out the AK, sprays down, gets the kill. Yobib with the trade. What a series of actions.
Grabe, 3 versus 3. And seems like it's more controlled para dito sa EVOS. Tetsu having to be careful. Now rocking that HK417 pare. Pero Elvin around the corner. M4 in hand. Easy headshot. Nakatalikod dun si Tetsu. A site is now in control ng EVOS. Window A is gonna be a bit questionable. Woos gonna try to get a quick peek dito sa may rampa. Pero hindi. Tracer, missing the jump. Unfortunate para sa kanya dito. But both of them rocking the snipers pare. Pero Yobib will fall down. 2 versus 2. 1 player short. 1 player long para dito sa EVOS.
Yep, Woos close by in window, peeks out. Timing might be right for him. Tatalon, di tumitingin. Elvin will get taken care of. Cetra versus Woos. The head-to-head na kailangan natin makita. And Woos pops off. 2 headshots and a dream. Vanguard is able to get some numbers.
Grabe, good flick pataas para dito kay Woos. And all of a sudden, Black Widows become interesting para dito sa Vanguard. Woos fighting back. Tracifer starting to hit the shots on that sniper as well. And Vanguard, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to keep going with the risky play na ginagawa nila for the past few rounds. Pero ngayon, EVOS gonna try to see if they can set up something dito sa B-side. Kid from Hell trying to get someone with the AK, pero hinahabol na siya ni KSA dito. Back to the A-side. SDRL caught! How does that happen, Bipolar?
I mean, first time ko lang narinig na nabullet si Sticky, no? Ganun ka-intense yung nangyari doon. It was actually crazy. Ngayon, it's gonna be equal trade-off lang, no, Sticky? Kasi si Cetra ngayon will fall down. Kid from Hell finds him from across the room.
Daming kababalaghan na nangyayari dito, pare. That's for sure. And it is making me jumble my words, which doesn't happen often, fortunately enough. Pero Elvin will have to be careful, no? Kid from Hell around the corner. Despite the check, Elvin still gets him. Sobrang on point ang M4 niya. Elvin as of today. Keller, though, will get picked off in return. So 2 versus 3. Good situation para sa Vanguard dito, Bipolar.
Yeah, good situation. But it's Yobib here in long A with the M4A1, if I'm correct. Yes, it is. Ngayon si Tetsu, 6 HP, hits the headshot onto Yobib. C4 is there. And Elvin ngayon, kailangan maging journeyman, kailangan tumakbo, kailangan maging very sneaky in terms of his 1v2. Both players are low, especially with the M4A1. Spray down lang kailangan niya, pero nga lang na overwhelm once again. Dito ang EVOS. VG gonna be on top, but man, grabe, it's so close every time.
Yeah, fortunately, better timing para dito sa Vanguard, no? And this is where the chess match starts. So it's gonna be a fast start to the round just like this, KSA. Yun lang, nakalabas yung kanyang maling baril dito on this long position. Double flash. EVOS not in danger just yet. Triple flash para dito sa long. And VG really do not want to give it to LA pare. Pero SDRL yung unang biktima dito. Oh no! VG thought na nag-back off na yata dito yung EVOS pare.
Yeah, medyo tumingin na sila sa mid, no? They were looking at other places instead. And that's just the mind games coming in from EVOS. They are very much formidable. Ngayon si Elvin will find kill from him from this corner. At ngayon si Tetsu mamamatay din. Elvin is on fire. And now Yobi once again able to get into A without any repercussions. Puts up the C4. Sabi niya, ako papatay. Anong Woos? Anong bagong player for VJ? You are nothing against me. And you are nothing against EVOS. Sabi dito ng EVOS R.
Yeah, 3-3 now yung scoreline natin. EVOS, immediate reply para sa kanila dito, but the exchanges are still there. No, kung back and forth mangyayari dito, man, it's not gonna be good. Tetsu will get Yobib immediately at the start of the round, and obviously it is gonna be Tetsu. He will look for another opportunity for another pick. So he's gonna try to find something dito sa Mekat B. Pero si Tetsu, lest you forget, he was the main sniper at one point para dito sa Vanguard pare. He will hit that shot dito kay Kellar. SDRL as well. It's snipers across the board para dito sa Vanguard pare.
Naiipit na dito si Elvin. It's 4 snipers. And si Kid from Helm pa ang kayang kumuha ng isa. Cetra. Beautiful shot coming in from him. 1v4, kanina 1v5. This might be easier for him trying to go towards the box. Nakikita yung baril niya. And that's just unfortunate for Cetra. SDRL with the kills. And everyone right now sa server is popping off. Kaso nga lang, it's always like a dire situation for EVOS or sobrang lapit lang for VG.
Yeah. And EVOS, yung nga no, this setups at the start of the round isn't really boding well para sa kanila dito kasi nabibigyan ng space itong VG, especially dito sa may rampa area natin. Woos assisting his teammate right then and there. Kellar will get itong si Tetsu, but LA is now left alone. Dracifer will still hit the shot kay KSA. Very key. 2 versus 3 dito bipolar. They're gonna need to be careful if they do want to get back into this round. Pero Dracifer still with the USP will get Kellar. Low si Zetra, full si Yobib. Dracifer now on a 1v2.
Yep. Some advantage going into the hands of VG. Kaso nga lang, it's 2 players left still. And it's the top players coming in from EVOS. And they don't even need to go for trades. Kasi sabi ni Cetra, I know where he's at. I know where he's coming. And now we're going for a tie game once again. I want to see another pick-off from these snipers from both sides. Kung makakita nga ba sila, pero re-respetuhin daw muna ng EVOS yung mid-sight line dito ng VG. And they're going towards House B, multi-prong approach. Meron din sa mid na presence dito ang EVOS. Kaso nga lang si SDRL taken care of already. Woos with the pistol instead. Saan niya nakuha yung kill na yon? KSA just crouching on by, going in towards the doorway. Sprays down, connects on to Tetsu. Dracifer nasa kabaong, kailangan umalis. Nasa boxes, pero nasa ilalim pala. KSA! Triple kill! And that is the 4th, and they get that round. First half is on fire.
Big entry para dito kay KSA pare. 3K to open up this B site and a well-needed frag out para sa kanya dito pare. Vanguard obviously has been very aggressive dito sa game natin, but they've also been very reckless dito sa mga ibang parte ng mapa natin. Pero titignan natin yung Vanguard on this BL side. This could be better. Tetsu a good start killing Zetra immediately. SDRL getting absolutely pelted, pero it's still a 5v4.
5v4. And now KLR wants to make it 4v4, possibly a 4v3. One shot connects onto Tetsu. Ang bilis. Bigla ng action natin. Kid from Hell dodges the grenade, pero nasa likuran lang. The man in the pits of hell, able to kill off KLR, the IGL ng EVOS ngayon. Yobib from afar, nasa catwalk, pinapatay ang mga players na gusto pumunta sa short. Kaso nga lang, free real estate to for these 2 players. But KSA is from the long side. KSA is running. KSA is killing. Kid from hell. Mag-isa na lang dito sa side si Dracifer. Magkahiwalay sila dito ni Woos. What can they do, Sneaky? Malayo pang isa't isa.
Yeah, Woos with the USP though could be a very dangerous weapon, pero yun lang, got a bit too reckless. Yobib still staying around dito sa may rampa natin, and obviously not an expected play. Pero KSA, Yobib, the dynamic duo dito ng ating EVOS squad, and it stops at Yobib pare. 6-4 EVOS. First round on the board para sa kanilang second half, and obviously that's not gonna be good para sa Vanguard because the bear trap defense is gonna start to bite down pare.
I saw like 5 TRGs tumikim na rin sana si Kid from Hell, pero he switches to the HK here, who's able to get 1 kill. I just wanna ask Sneaky ng mabilisan lang, bakit hindi tayo masyado nakita ng M14s or HKs that much? Nakikita natin for both sides actually. M4A1 ginagamit nila.
They're trying M4A1. I think it's still a very, very good weapon. I would actually place it in A tier pa rin. Dun sa tier list ko, is still a really good weapon for the wallbang. Obviously, comfortability no para sa player. The M4 still a good spray weapon. And siguro para sa mga players who've played the M4 for the longest time, mas nakasanayan talaga nila yung the weapon itself rather than the fast happiness of the HK or the spray accuracy ng ating EBR pare. So that's how it is. The meta talk.
Akala ko kasi just trying things out, especially that this is an exhibition match, show match nonetheless at the end of the day. Pero yeah, I mean, I do agree with you on that. It's been used for the longest of times. So possibly it just provides them more firepower. It provides them more things to just kill off the enemy side. Client's KSA though, not going for the M14, goes for M4A1, goes for the HK, gets 1, castrated of agad. Yobib from afar, able to get 1 kill as well. At ngayon si Woos, kailangan respetuhin dito ang ating Dark Prince. The glasses are on and the shots will be connecting. Yobib gets the kill. 2v2 tayo ngayon.
Still, quite the positioning para dito sa EVOS. And of course, in classic Elvin fashion, catching the wrong timing para dito kay Tracer for Tetsu, the only one left alive para sa kanyang team. What can the captain do in this 1v1? Elvin spots him first and sprays him down. 7-4. Elvin is here to do what he said, pare. Sasayangin na talaga yung efforts dito ng Vanguard because he's all over the place, pare.
Yeah, lahat nga daw ng pre-practice, no? Parang mawawala lang ng biglaan. Pero feeling ko tanggap naman ang Vigion from the words of Tetsu.
Nag-practice ba?
Nag-practice ba? Okay.
Ayun lang. Well, no amount of practice is gonna, let the Tetsu live any longer dun sa shot dito ni Elvin. Pare, STRL with the falling back HK headshot. And we're getting a bit frisky dito sa ating B-side. Pare, KSA will get boost in return. STRL trying to close the distance between EB and itong House B. Pero si Elvin at si Kellar, napakahirap nilang tanggalin dito sa kanilang posisyon. Kid from Hell trying to tap away with that AK. Pero di pa nila napapatay. Zetra will get Tracifer. STRL will get Kellar. KSA down. But there's another one on the underside. That's gonna be Elvin. Zetra na lang natitira. And if you know your homework dito sa EVOS, he's most likely right behind you, Kid from Hell. At Frando, ano na magagawa mo dito, pare?
I mean, if you also know your homework here, kailangan mong asahan na tamang shots dito for Zetra. For first shot will not connect. Kid from Hell ngayon goes towards the pits and able to get the kill. One more round for VG. Hindi pinahantong ng 8 rounds ang EVOS Art.
Ayun nga, man. I feel like it is a bit of a dance pag makakalaban mo nga dito si Kid from Hell, the man who's been playing pubs years and years. So it's really hard to catch him after one miss just like that, but it's easy to catch him when he's out in the open. Kid from Hell, HE, mamamatay pa nga from downtown. KSA gets him.
Wow, just a beautiful grenade there coming from KSA and triple kills now for EVOS. They put up 2 players left for VG, make it 4 as Elvin from the long ranges able to kill Afuz. At si Tetsu, the IGL. This man has been chill so far, pero parang sneaky, parang hindi na siya chill nga.
Nakita mo nagpipigil siya ng tawa. I can see him. He is not slick. But to be fair, no. Ayun nga, no. I mean, the bearing of the game, I feel like they know. They're still trying stuff out, which I do appreciate. Just like the 4 snipers na nakita ka natin kanina. Pero Zetra, he's a bit hit or miss on the quick scope, but he's not gonna miss on the code this time, pare. Yobib will get Kid from Hell. All of a sudden, the pace of the game is way, way faster. VG trying to play it fast, but Evo is playing faster dito. And it's a 2 versus 3.
2 versus 3. Hiwalay dito ang EVOS and as well as VG. Woo's able to get 1, Zetra. Now with HK, connects on to Dracifer, tumalon dito towards the balcony. Woos ngayon, kailangan tamaan yung shots dito. Kellar, naku po, nakikita niyo na nga sense of Zetra. Pero sabi ni Woos, a headshot on towards this guy. And now, this sniper v sniper setup natin, Sneaky is actually kind of going into the favor of Woos sometimes. Kaso nga lang, it's the IGL versus the new kid in the block. Kaya mo nga ba tamaan dito ang formidable guy just like Kellar? Yes, he can! In Woos, in dire situations, he is the man to go for. And that is 6-8.
Yeah, it's not yet over in this game. Zetra will get Tetsu time and time again. That frame peak has lost him a life. Pero ngayon nakakabawi na si Zetra in those early peaks. And speaking of early peaks, KSA right through the smoke. SDRL will get him in return. Pero nandito na rin si KLR on that long A position. Pressure across the map para sa EVOS. And they are clamping down. SDRL, you are not safe. Woos will get Elvin, but it's a 3 versus 1 pare.
Man, siya lang ba talaga ang kayang gumawa ng milagro dito? But now, in this round, he cannot 6-9. Nice. It's gonna be a map point for EVOS. At mukhang hindi na sila titigil dito, but a 4-man TRG setup for VG might be the detrimental factor para sila ang manalo dito. Etsu now holds the HK, never mind. Biglang 2 TRG setups lang daw muna tayo. Let's keep it simple. But 1-3-1 setup right now for EVOS. They're trying to go for mid-aggression as well. Pero ngayon, medyo might have been the first time na seryoso ang two teams natin in terms of positioning. Trade-offs for trade-offs. KSA and SDRL takes 1. And ngayon, they will be pushing out. Yobid caught off guard habang tumitingin sa water. Gusto ata uminom pero nasa mid dito sa mid si KSA and as well as si SDRL. At ngayon, it's a bloodbath nonetheless. Kanina bumagal yung laban pero ngayon 3v3 na lang. Sneaky.
Oh, look at the timing as well. B site occupied na dito ni Tetsu. Zetra is gonna get kid from hell. Tetsu will be tap walking dito sa B site, but of course one missed timing could be the difference. Pero si Zetra naman ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. And Zetra, he ends the game himself. The newest, hottest young sniper dito pare, making sure that EVOS is not gonna lose this Black Widow.
Man, that was just a beautiful set coming in for EVOS Arc. 6-10, mukhang they are chill, but nonetheless, parang kailangan ko munang i-zip up yung aking leather bulletproof jacket, Sneaky, kasi parang nakatarget na sa akin lahat ng mga TRG snipers ni Zetra. It's just crazy out here, but amazing shots for both sides. Let's focus on VG right now, our losers coming in from this first set. Good first round nung nasa GRZ says sobrang ganda ng laban. They were able to get some rounds here. Pero for EVOS, you know what? That LA side palagi na kuha dito ni Yobib. And pagdating rin sa dulo, it was Zetra to make a difference. Triple kills, double kills, Kelvin as well. Tapos si KSA, dire-diretso lang man. How can you stop someone like that?
You can't really stop anyone just like that, no pare. Elvin getting his timings time and time again dito sa mapa natin, and I feel like if there's too many problems na pine-present dito ng EVOS para i-solve dito ng Vanguard, no, kasi Vanguard is still stuck on the Zetra equation pare, na obviously that's one of the main reasons why they're rocking the 4 snipers at the start of the round to get this kid offline. And if hindi nila magawa yun nga, they end up in a 5v4, and unfortunately yun nga, no, they're gonna have to operate dito sa round in a man deficit. Pero ayun nga, there's so many other problems here as well para dito sa Vanguard. Hindi nila ma-contain si KSA, you know, him opening up the sites time and time again, Elvin getting his timings, Yobib being Yobib pare, and Zetra of course, despite him being the main target dito ng Vanguard pare, still could not contain him, man.
Yeah, tama ka naman dyan naman. It's talagang once the Wildcats go unleashed, once the rampage keeps on going, EVOS cannot be stopped. At ito na nga, naayos ko na yung aking bulletproof leather jacket. You know what, Sneaky? There's also some MVPs here pagdating na hindi pa natin na, what they call this, hindi pa natin na shout out. It's Sneaky Frog and Bipolar na sobrang ganda ng shotcasting kanina. Babawi ako guys sa shotcasting kasi 2-0 ko parang mali ata yun. But nonetheless, it's gonna be going out to the panel. It's Mochi and Datum. Kamusta kayo dyan?
Sorry na pinato sa amin. Puro tawa kami. Maraming salamat, Bipolar. SDK Frog. I don't know what is it with the series, man. Sobrang unserious and serious at the same time. Nanggaling tayo sa pang-aura farm at kaseryosohan ni Elvin and as well as ni Zetra and the bunch from EVOS. But at the same time, napapatawa tayo ni Bipolar Disney and as well as ng Vanguard. But all we can say here in the map of Black Widow, this is so chaotic. All-out duels. I can't even recall kung ilang beses sila nakapag-plant ng C4 because it's so duel heavy.
Yes, and it kind of makes sense, no? Yung pag heavy sniper dito, pagpa 5-man sniper dito ng Vanguard. Kasi nga naman, if you can't win the duels against your opponent, i-sniper mo na lang. And maybe, may chance tayong manalo ng kahit isang elim round man lang para dito, no? So, kasing tindi ng laban ni Bipolar sa sarili niya, ang laban sa ating unang set dito.
Yeah.
With Vanguard actually keeping it close nung unang half, no? But then, when we went over towards the second half, EVOS taking the GR and taking over the game. Ayun na nga. It just felt like the fundamentals are in heavily favoring EVOS Esports.
Yeah, exactly. Even that 3K ni Cetra, no, from the almost the last round, no, kanina. Well, definitely can see here dito sa ating set summary na talagang pinagbutihan ng mga member natin dito from EVOS. Tip-top shape, kumbaga, with Yobe with a 1.89. Wow. And as well as 1.67 here for Cetra being followed by the rest of the squad here. But dito naman, kay Vanguard, well, pretty of noting pa rin dito si Wooz and as well as si SDRL. The recent integrations definitely showing that they deserve the slots here in Vanguard.
Absolutely. And there was some shining moments then as well, no? From Woods, when he had the sniper, he was by himself, nakakapag-clutch pa rin against EVOS. So that's a statement for sure. Up against, of course, EVOS, one of the international reps dito. And SDRL as well. Actually, SDRL that time, yeah, he had the most kills for the roster of Vanguard dito, no? But of course, the winners who take the cake will ultimately be EVOS Arcilia at the set MVP. This time around will be Yobib with a 1.89 kill-death ratio, no? Yes, it's Yobib. I mean, what can I say? It's Yobib.
Yeah, definitely the Dark Prince showing, no, na talagang you'll be enveloped in darkness pagka siya ang umarangkada on this one here being hailed as the set MVP dito sa mapa ng Black Widow. At makikita natin what makes you bib as the set MVP dito sa Black Widow, you may ask, makikita mo dito.
And actually props dito sa sa Vanguard, walang masyadong malaking differential in terms of kills up against the players of EVOS, no? Even in the face of Yobib performing like this, Zetra ganun din. Hindi naman nagkakalayo yung mga score natin. But of course, Yobib deserves props nonetheless. And you can see